All right, the national security duo will be facing off against. You know who this guy is?
No.
This Judge Douglas Ginsburg. I didn't know who the fuck he was until today either. He was a judge who was one of Reagan's appointees to the Supreme Court.
He was nominated by Reagan to fill Lewis Powell's seat, who, after the Robert Bork had been borked.
So you may be asking yourself, why is Chapo putting a Reagan Supreme Court appointee, or like a guy he wanted to be on the Supreme Court, on the good side of the equation? The answer is because he had to withdraw his nomination when it came out that he smoked marijuana once in his life. So we are putting him on the good side because he's coughing off that Kush Blount. He's smonking loud.
In a way, he's the fellow's traveler.
And this was reported by Nina Totenberg for NPR Narc Public Radio.
Nina Totenberg also a Cornell alum, right?
I don't know.
How about Nina Tokenberg? All right, next matchup. That is Edward Bernays. Does anyone know who he is?
He made the sauce.
He made the sauce, but he was also Sigmund Freud's nephew, and basically the inventor of modern propaganda techniques used by advertising and corporations. Like, he was a guy who was deeply involved in the effort to get, like, the media effort, the early use of mass media to create war propaganda to get America involved in World War I. And then another famous campaign, like, he invented, like, advertising and propaganda, using the, like, basically what Sigmund Freud, teaches about our unconscious mind and desires and things like that.
You know those Sonic commercials with the two guys in the car talking about milkshakes or whatever? He writes those.
Edward Bernays, a guy who, like I said, created the modern techniques of suggestion and control used by psychiatrists and Sonic.
Yeah,
He wrote the Cars for Kids theme song. He's a bad guy.
He's a bad guy.
He's a really bad guy,
folks. That's an earworm, that fucker. He will be facing off against Bob Moog of the Moog synthesizer.
Yeah.
Again, this is like the what is good and evil about living in the modernity, the modern world. It's like you're being manipulated constantly by corporations and surveillance, using your own psychology and the fact that you want to.
They're doing psychology.
They're doing psychology to you all the time. All the companies, the NSA, they know that you want to fuck your mom somewhere deep down inside, and they're using that to make you buy things. But then, synthesizers fucking
Along comes
awesome.
a little
Chill
thing called
vibes.
prog
So
rock.
once again, chill vibes.
Yeah.
Okay, next matchup. Going quick here. E.B. White, author of Charlotte's Web. He's going in the evil category for abusing children,
Making me cry.
making kids cry, and writing a book that is like, the hero of the book is just gaslighting these poor farmers into thinking a pig has some kind of intelligence so that they won't slaughter it and, I don't know, feed their family. E.B. White, Charlotte's Web.
It's an ordinary pig.
He has no more right to live than any other farm animal.
Less, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The spider, on the other hand.
Yeah.
Charlotte's Web, canceled. Bad book. He will be facing off against the good author and good book, Thorstein Veblen.
Look at that daddy.
Pimp. That is a strong pimp right there.
Yeah.
But
Look at the body language. It's so powerful.
And it makes sense because he famously wrote Theory of the Leisure Class.
Yeah. And he
an entire
famously
book
fucked.
about just being cool.
Yeah.
An entire book about chilling out.
He invented chilling out.
Yeah,
Just
chilling out and hanging out with
taking
your
it
buddies.
easy, relaxing.
Arguably the chillest of vibes, which balances out the childhood trauma of Charlotte's Web.
Yeah.
he coined the term retail therapy, when you just want to buy some shit and feel
Yeah.
good.
He's all about self-care.
Self-care.
He also was an incredible horn dog. He had to leave 2 teaching positions at different schools for having sex with his colleagues' wives. True thing actually happened. That's why I say more like Thurston Veblen.
Honestly, he looks like a Bavarian ancestor of yours. Like, there's a resemblance there.
I too am.
Do the pose. Do the pose.
I too am a fan of chilling.
Can you see it? Can you see it?
That's how I Coincidentally, that's just how I get down.
That is
When I'm hanging with the homies, this is what
that
I
is
do.
some leisure and some class.
This is a class of leisure, baby.
Okay.
Boys have leisure swag.
Stop saying leisure.
Okay, our final matchup in the eternal battle between good and evil in the universe we live in is Eric Alterman, the 100% most bitch-made columnist for The Nation. He's the guy who...
Tough competition.
Yeah, it is tough competition, but this is the funny anecdote about Eric Alterman. Eric Alterman is the reason The Nation, I think it was the editor-in-chief of The Nation had to create an in-house rule that Nation columnists couldn't make fun of other Nation columnists solely because of what Alexander Coburn would do to him on a regular basis. Is that he roasted him so hard they had to create like the Alterman rule at The Nation that you have to
Stop
be
being mean to our boy.
I put him on the list because he's again a total also ran, but he just showed up again in The Nation with the liberal case against Bernie. With a dangerous lunatic in the White House, voting for Sanders is too big a risk. So whereas Joe Biden, that's money in the bank. Yeah, not much else to say about Eric Alterman.
He's just very annoying.
He's just a very just milquetoast, weepy lib
And he clogged the toilet on the Nation cruise, too.
Was there something good from that article? We never went over that on the show.
We didn't go. Actually, here's a good one. He said, this is the best highlight from the article. He goes, I held some of the same views myself as a young man, speaking about how Bernie used to be more socialist and that he wanted to nationalize many industries and have 100% income tax. So he said, Alterman says here, comparing himself to the younger, cooler Bernie who was, stealing electricity and being evicted. He goes here,
Freaking Bernie, baby.
I held some of the same views myself as a young man, but I am not running for president. And if I ever thought I might, I probably wouldn't have agreed to attend a rally in 1985 in Managua, Nicaragua, with a crowd chanting, here, there, everywhere, the Yankee will die.
Go Red Sox.
No, don't applaud that. Don't applaud that. While the
Also, way to humble brag.
Yeah. And also I like this idea that if Bernie really wanted to be president, he should have known in 1985 that one day he might consider running for
That's the thing,
president.
is that the
I
assumption
too was a radical 34 years ago.
That's the assumption, is that he should have been wanting to be president since he was a fetus, which only psychos do.
Right.
Only maniacs at that point want to be president. He was a fucking mayor of Burlington. He wasn't one day, I'm going to be president.
So the crowd in Managua was chanting, the Yankee will die, while Nicaraguan President Daniel Ortega condemned my country's, quote, state terrorism. And then Alterman says, in parentheses, accurate as the term was. So what the fuck are you even complaining about?
No, he's trying to brag.
Yeah, this is very I agreed with that. I didn't go to Nicaragua, but I could have.
No, it's I agreed with it, but it was still the wrong thing to do. It's he was right for the wrong reasons.
It was right for me because I'm never going to run for president.
Exactly
but if I
right.
did, I would totally win.
No, yeah, it was wrong for Bernie because he should be a Mayor Pete psycho who's been dreaming about the White House since he was in fucking short pants, which he actually did have because he's 900 years old.
So, and then it says accurate as the term was, and he goes, I mentioned this appearance because, according to reporting by journalist Kurt Eichenwald, I'm going to stop you there, Eric. He says, journalist Kurt Eichenwald, Republicans have had it and similar events on tape. Okay, Eric, let me stop you there. If Kurt Eichenwald is talking to you about tapes he's seen, back away slowly. Do not, under any circumstances, watch one of those tapes.
No.
Unless that's your thing.
Yeah. It's like The Ring, only 7 days later you go to jail.
Oh, wait. I was thinking about the hentai stuff. I forgot about the...
Yeah.
Those,
Yeah, yeah.
I forgot about
Yeah. He is a fucking layered onion, is Kurt Eichenwald.
So that's Eric Alterman. He will be facing off against Andy Bernard of The Office.
All right, no, I'm sorry.
Like the little button on this.
Fuck that guy. He is by far the worst character that show had. not only most annoying as a character, but also the worst written character because he had like 15 different personalities over the course of the show.
Worse than the British woman.
Absolutely.
Worse than the two young guys from last season.
Worse
no,
than everyone.
wrong.
Yes.
Wrong.
Correct. Correct.
Because the thing is, the general decline in quality of Andy's character mirrored the general decline in quality of the show.
But no one else declined as rapidly and as dramatically as he did. And he was not even that good to begin with. Awful.
By the way, next month we'll be appearing at Columbia University. The part 2 of the Texas Christmas debate, is Andy from The Office a good or bad character?
He sucks.
Buy tickets for that soon. So there you have it, folks. That is the Cornell good versus evil, the eternal war for balance in the universe. However, there is one final contender who is in a category all of his own, beyond good and evil, the Nietzschean Übermensch. See who it is. Our own Virgil, Texas.
For life.
Looking very,
What is this picture?
How
looking
are you not getting your
very,
ass kicked in that picture?
very Zeppelin-esque there.
How is there not someone pulling your underwear over your head?
This looks like a pickup artist's website. Like this is the Distinguished Gentleman's keynote tactics.
This is the fucking author picture in a blog called like the fucking intellectual gamer.
I'm sitting in a rocking chair.
Yeah, it's very Thurston Veblen. Look, there's a hammock behind him.
That's a lot of leisure. Holy shit.
Jesus.
So I would like to make the case for Virgil, Texas, the new king of Cornell University, the new Carl Sagan. He should replace Carl Sagan as the public intellectual that is most associated with this wonderful
Destroy
institution.
all those stupid little statue things you have. Erase new ones in honor of your new god.
Cosmos canceled.
I should get to live in that weird Egyptian tomb that Sagan lived in.
You just knock on the door one day and say, yeah, I'm moving in.
So, Virgil, Texas.
I should get a TV show where I educate the stupid swine public. And my show, it would be also called Cosmos because I drink a cosmopolitan every episode. And instead of like space, I would teach you how to get high from stuff that you can find under your sink. News you can use. Quasar is this. What am I going to do with that? Fuck off.
So, Cornell University International Labor Relations School, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. But before we go, as tribute to Virgil, Texas, and Cornell, let's sing that damn song.
Let's sing the song we all know and love. Do you guys
Virgil-
have the lyrics?
We're,
I'm hearing no's from the room.
okay, well, we have the lyrics here, so let's just give it a go. Virgil, why don't you kick us off? Why don't you start us out?
All right.
Let's start. All right. Far above Cayuga's waters, with its waves of blue, stands our noble alma mater, glorious to view. What's this? Lift the chorus, speed it onward, loud her praises tell. Hail to thee, our alma mater, hail, all hail, Cornell. Wait, there's another verse.
No.
Cornell International Labor Relations School, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight.